Yeah. Ooh, I got the sound in there.
Nice.
Or it was the symbol. We're going to go with the beer.
Either way. What is life but a dream anyway?
Exactly. I feel like it's the longest intro ever right now.
Yeah, I guess so. Hello and welcome to The Moon Underwater. I'm Kelly Daniels.
And I'm Steve Jones. And if I sound irritated right now, like irritated Steve at the podcast, it's because there's no good way to get here right now.
Huh.
The one of the ramps for me to get on to Interstate 80 is closed, and it's like a 15-minute detour. And I took the back roads, and in late October, you run the risk of getting behind farm equipment, gravel truck, which I both of.
Wow.
And then I had to do the detour, but the signs aren't up on the back road saying that the detour needed to be done.
Ooh.
So I went most of the way down. I'm like, no. This is showing as blocked off, so I had to turn around.
Usually it should take you 20 minutes, and it took you at least 40 probably,
Took
right?
me 40 minutes.
40 minutes. That sucks.
For here, that's a crazy amount of driving.
Yeah.
Like you could have been in...
When is this going to be fixed?
I don't know. I was going to ask you that because it's this clusterfuck in front of the bar.
I mean, is that the whole thing?
It looks like a big drainage project.
Yeah.
So,
here?
Yeah.
They're just redoing the whole riverfront.
Oh.
I mean, it is drainage, but when they decide to put in that kind of thing, they have to tear everything out anyway. So then they also save up all their municipal bonds, and then but they're going to make this whole area snazzy and fancy in the way that the back stuff. I bet you this is exciting for the listeners to hear about LeClaire, Iowa. It is going through a makeover, I guess, or a facelift. It is the home
of the American Pickers, or sort of one
America
of the...
Pickers and the Buffalo Bill Cody.
Yeah,
that's
true.
That's our thing.
There's another Pickers location in downtown Davenport, and I saw whoever the guy is.
Yeah.
Mike
Wolf.
I saw him out there the other day. He has an absolutely spectacular old Toyota FJ40.
Nice.
That is absolutely perfect, and I think he drives it because it was there, and he was out, kind of messing around. But
good.
Yeah, anyway,
like to hear
it's our claim to fame here.
It is, and I guess I actually have something a little opener that isn't related directly to our topic today. And I'm just curious. I just learned this today, and I have a feeling you know this because it's a tech thing. But I was listening to this guy who wrote a book called Enshittification, which is a good title.
It's a great title.
The subtitle is Why Everything Has Gotten So Bad So Fast, something like that, by a guy named Cory Doctorow, who's a science fiction novelist, but also is a tech journalist.
Okay.
He's been covering Silicon Valley for, since it started.
Yeah.
So he's obviously a smart guy, but he said that things started going bad. And like the pattern of technology is that they introduce it and it's amazing.
And then it gets horrible.
Because at first it's operating at a loss. They're just blowing through investor money.
Yeah.
And so it's free to you and everything's great. And Uber was like that. And
AI right now, because they are blowing through crazy amounts of money.
I can already tell it's getting worse. I've used ChatGPT, just the free one, and it used to be like really expansive, and they would like always prompt me and get me to talk more, and it would do all that stuff. And now, if I ask a question, it'll just go, "Here summarizes the Wikipedia page of your." I mean, that's it. Yeah. And they say as little as they can because the amount of energy that those motherfuckers take.
Yeah.
I heard one guy say that if AI actually becomes as big as they want it to be, there is not enough energy on the planet to run it all. So what's going to happen? It's going to become a luxury item that a few people have. And
so I think, I'm...
This isn't even the thing, but I'm curious.
No, but I'm with you that I think ChatGPT is getting worse. But there's other ones that are like purpose-built. You really have to pay for them in order to use them. Claude, which Claude is unfucking real.
Yeah.
And it's
The newer one?
specifically for coding.
Yeah, I use the just the free one for the same thing for ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It's about the same.
Okay.
In fact, they almost give identical answers now. I think
Claude's
they've
not great at stuff like that, like
Yeah.
outside of coding, really. I mean, it
Yeah.
specializes in writing code.
Okay.
I mean, I've had it write 1,000 flawless lines of code and explain it, and it does that in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And so my argument right now is that, people are like, are you worried about your job for, with AI? And I'm like, not yet. But who I'm worried about is, our junior resources, specifically overseas, that, we don't pay a lot.
Yeah.
And now
You're going to pay nothing.
I just replaced with, I don't have to, I just go, hey, I need you to do this. And it does it. And in the amount of time that it takes me to explain it to, a chatbot like Claude, I could explain it to somebody else, and several hours later I would get the result back.
Yeah.
And so there's, it's disappeared.
Absolutely.
The development loop. So we got to figure out how we're going to get, especially recent graduates who hadn't thought of this coming. Like there's a shitstorm coming. There's going to be a lot of people available.
There really is, and I just think that we're going to be looking at
really rosy picture we're painting here. By the way,
I think we're going to have to grapple with what is life post work for the human species, because in some ways, isn't that what we're supposed to? Isn't that what we've been aiming for all this time?
It's Wall-E, man.
Wall-E is, but that's not. You know what I missed? I just reread David Foster Wallace's supposedly fun thing. I'll never. And we didn't even bring that up during Wall-E, but they're on a permanent cruise, and they are absolutely the end result of what Wallace was.
Opportunity missed.
I know.
God,
we just weren't smart enough, man.
You
know what? You know what wouldn't have missed it? AI.
AI would not have missed
No,
that.
It would have found that link.
Link the things that we've talked about to this particular movie.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, back to the question or the story I heard. So Google, at one point, they just kind of maximized their dominance of the search. They had 90% market share of search.
Yep.
You can't get higher than that.
Nope.
You just can't. And so what did they do? They're like, okay, we can't grow anymore. We can't get any more.
Start buying other companies.
Well, they did that, but they also did something else. They went back into search and purposely made it shittier so that it takes people longer to find the results so they can get more advertising. And that was a high-level meeting from top-down decision. It wasn't just something.
No.
And that's fucked up. Isn't that kind of...
yeah, it is.
Had you heard that before?
No.
Yeah. You believe it?
Allegedly.
I think the guy, this reporter, I don't know, I just heard him on a podcast, but I think he's like kind of the man, when it comes to this stuff.
It's a very businessy decision, and it's not one that, like somebody's life depends on. So I think it's an easy one to make if you run
One
Google.
of the top, co-CEOs or something resigned over it. It was
I mean, that's a huge boardroom fight.
Yeah.
Right? No, we can't do this.
Yeah.
I mean, the business guys are going to win that argument, I think.
Yeah, they did.
So it goes back to my other.
So that's why it takes longer to find your thing. And
you were going to say porn.
No. I should have. No, it's pretty easy to find the porn, but to be honest. But anyway, so there we go.
Well, this was not porn.
No, this is not very porn or porny.
No.
Is there any erotic elements this episode of? Not really.
No.
Can't think of anything. There's a couple.
There's a weird scene, maybe.
Older couple.
I was like, wait, why are
There's
they
Ophelia
like
and Hamlet arguing about who loves who.
Right.
And about how whether... And
Taylor Swift wants her character's name back from that new song.
Wait, I don't get that. What?
Her new song is Ophelia, The Fate of Ophelia.
Oh.
And
I don't think Taylor Swift came up with that first, though.
She even references Hamlet in it, and then
of course.
And then probably copyrighted, trademarked. Either one.
I don't think Hamlet is trademarked.
It is now. She's a zillionaire. She can trademark whatever the fuck she wants.
You can't trademark Hamlet.
Trademark me.
Can't trademark him. Oh God, come on now. Come on now.
It's a kids show.
It really is.
Yeah.
And kid at heart.
Well, we are kids.
So Station 11, episode 4.
Rozencrantz and Gildenstern are not dead. Gildenstern?
Do you know it? Yep. Do you know what that means?
Those are the two kind of fools that usually die off screen. I had to look it up.
Oh, nice.
We went over it earlier.
We did.
Yeah.
And there's also a whole nother play and movie called Rozencrantz and Gildenstern Are Dead by a great playwright named Tom Stoppard. Who's I don't know. I doubt that he's still alive, but he was like late, to 20th century.
Oh, so he didn't know Bill Shakespeare.
He was like a modern guy.
But yeah.
Tom Stoppard, Rozencrantz and Gildenstern Are Dead. It's a really, really delightful. What it is?
Was it funny?
It's really funny, but it's very meta. It's all like postmodernism. Like
I thought it was a play about a play. Maybe that's
it is a play
meta.
about a play.
Oh,
it's about Hamlet.
Oh,
so it is Hamlet.
All right.
Except it's entirely from the point of view of Rozencrantz and Gildenstern. And
that's pretty cool.
And it starts with them. The first time they're mentioned in the play is the queen says, "Summon Rozencrantz and Guildenstern," and that's when they wake up. They kind of wake up and they're like, "We were summoned," but that's all they know about themselves is that they've been summoned, and they're all the time. Most of the play, they're off stage, but we're with them, and they're just trying to figure out what's happening to them. They're
Fantastic.
like, "What's going on?" And then the king and queen make them kind of interrogate Hamlet.
Okay.
And it's really funny, and the movie version is absolutely terrific. It's Gary Oldman and Tim Roth.
Name the movies, please.
Yeah, it's Rozencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead.
Are dead or aren't?
Are.
Oh.
And they are, one of the jokes is that there's never any clear notion of which one is which, because in Shakespeare's play, they're always just put together.
Okay.
And
so you don't know who plays.
Yeah, they're just like interchangeable. But of course, in the movie and in Stoppard's play, they're two different actors, so they are different. And it's very funny. What I was really trying to figure out what that could have to do with this episode, and all I could get is that they are rewriting Hamlet for the first time,
right?
Which is what
that
Rozencrantz and Guildenstern.
And so that's the name.
Is.
That's why the name of the episode is.
Yeah, but that's all. I was trying to figure out who would be Rozencrantz and Guildenstern in this in our show.
I don't know.
Because it wouldn't be
Dieter, because he sucks.
It wouldn't be Gil.
No,
because
I think it would be Dieter because he's like a fool, right? Like
Dieter is the
big guy.
Yeah,
it's like, well, I may not be much of an actor, but you're a shit director. At least I know it. Blah blah blah. Yeah. I think him, just because he irritated me.
Okay.
Because I liked Gil, even though Gil's a fucking cheat.
Yeah.
He's a man whore.
You know what's not good? If two of your grandchildren come running up to you and they want to hug you, that sounds good, right?
Right.
Sounds, you haven't seen them in a while?
Of course.
What's bad is if they have landmines strapped to them.
That's terrible.
It was not good. That was upsetting, actually.
It was.
I was a little bit bummed. And I was a little bit pissed off at the prophet.
A little?
Well, I was a lot. But also, am I sure that he told those kids to do that? Maybe.
Well, so should we back up then?
We should back up.
All right. So they're kind of opening with that they've got an adapted version of Hamlet that is written in 90s indie rock vernacular, and that
in Portland, set in Portland,
absolutely jumped out at me.
Yeah, man.
Indie rock. I don't even know what indie rock vernacular would mean.
You know what indie rock is, right?
Yeah, but
it's like, what is indie rock? Like REM, maybe?
I think so.
Yeah.
And so,
because here's a question, music question. I don't think you're going to be able to answer it.
Definitely not.
When I went from metal to a more sophisticated sound, it was alternative rock.
Of course.
And that was like Jane's Addiction and a lot of bands like that.
Yep.
Post-metal, hard rock bands that were just a little trippier and less hard. But
where do you put Pearl Jam on that?
No, because Pearl Jam was straight up grunge.
Okay.
So Alternative rock probably birthed is a umbrella term, and grunge is within it, I think.
Okay.
Or under
I would
the
agree
umbrella.
with that. Yep.
But indie rock seems more banjo-y and like a little more country. But then there's alt country.
I don't know.
Indie rock, I know, like friends of mine, good old Sub-Atlantic,
Nice.
local band, excellent. They're indie rock band, but they are way more mellow than your Jane's. They don't crank like a Jane's Addiction or anything like that. They're like more whimsical and jangly with synthesizers and moodier. And I feel like that's a little more indie rock than
There was a band that was really popular. I never got. Oh, I'll have to look it up. It was one of those, like String Cheese Incident, something like that.
Yeah.
And
I thought they were like a jam band.
Could be,
String Cheese
but
Incident.
I thought maybe they were indie rock.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Maybe, I don't know. I like that this one band, they were really popular,
And I didn't like them.
It reminds me of The Piano Man sung, where he asked him to sing me a melody. It's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete
when I wore a younger man's clothes.
That's a pretty wordy way to put it, when I wore a younger man's clothes. Seems like you would just say when I was younger. Or like, 30 years ago or 40 years ago. Or anyway.
I know.
But you have to get the rhyme.
You do.
You got to get the
You
rhythm.
really worked for it.
The meter. When I wore a younger man's clothes. All right.
Now
good
we're
radio.
besmirching the good name of Piano Man, which is a good song.
I know. It is a good song.
It's not
I'm
grunge
not
or
a
metal
hater.
or indie rock.
I'm
for
not a
that
hater.
matter.
I'm not a hater.
So, so we've got, they're going to do Hamlet, which this is one of the first of the first, because they had made the decision
Not to do Hamlet.
never to do Hamlet.
Yeah.
But now they're going to do it.
Because Gil is played by
David Cross.
And he left the group because he used to be hooked up with Sarah,
the director.
the composer. She's the composer.
Right.
And he was the director.
Right.
And then he fell in love with a different woman, and she didn't forgive him, and he just went off to a golf course. Country club golf course
where he was living.
To live.
Yeah.
And it's a giant, giant place that, like a hotel for, 500 rooms or something.
Right.
And he's just there by himself.
Right.
And his woman and his grandkids. And they get there, and there's landmines set out outside his place to kind of protect from the red bandanas.
Yes.
Which we don't really know about yet.
Yeah.
But they were like meth heads that were dangerous, and they're not around anymore.
The red bees is what they were referred to as they were pulling up.
Yeah.
And they were meth head something or other, and
And so they... So the plot goes that Kirsten talking to Alex.
Yep.
Alex is the younger one.
She is.
And Alex heard or admits that the prophet was going to see Gil, or was going to that place, that golf course place. And so Kirsten wants to go there to check on him. And so she lies to Sarah and says, "Oh, I heard his new woman died."
Yeah. Right. Pneumonia.
And she's really lying, and it's kind of fucked up. It's like, you could tell this is a transgression.
Yeah.
She's lying to somebody who's really important to her, and so I felt like
that
that
comes back to haunt her later.
That was a significant moment. So how does it come back?
Literally, it's a line that Alex says back to her, that the prophet says that the post pans are the only they're like relieved of all what does she say?
Yeah.
Relieved of all trauma.
Right.
They don't have any trauma.
Right.
And that the only ones that are left that are older, the
pre-pans.
The pre-pans. Sorry, the post-pans have no trauma. The pre-pans, the only ones that are left are liars.
Yeah.
And she had lied.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice connection.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So this is the first one where we have the generational split.
Yes.
That's what the whole thing is.
It totally is.
And that's what the prophet's all about. And his whole thing is, we got to get rid of the pre-pans.
Right.
We got to get rid of the oldies.
They're not dying fast enough.
They're not dying. They're the boomers, basically.
They are.
And they are
He's trying to
just
kill 'em
there.
off.
And they're just like, they're taking all the jobs because Alex wants to play the lead.
Right.
And she's never got to play the lead until now.
Yep.
And she is just like, I'm sick of you guys. And then finally, what they really don't like is that the pre-pans just want to bring things back to the way they used to be.
Right.
They always want to do things the way they were. And they did Shakespeare exactly like Shakespeare was. And this is the first time they're experimenting and changing Hamlet and updating it.
Yeah.
And that scene that Kirsten and Alex do is not from Hamlet at all.
It's not.
No.
Okay.
They are completely just rewriting it to write it about the generational split.
Yeah.
And so they're talking about their own problems. So anyway, so there's the play within the play, and they're redoing Hamlet, which is what Tom Stoppard did and Rozencrantz at Gildenstern did. And and they make it to see Gil.
They do, and there's a really funny scene.
Go ahead.
So they pull up, and it says minefield, and this is out in front of the golf course, and they're like, no, that's because the red bees were here.
They took the mines out.
They took the mines out, so we're good. And they start to walk down towards the building, and they come. So Gil and do I have her name?
His woman.
His woman. They come.
She's kind of a nobody character, I have to say.
She is.
But whatever. I mean, that's okay.
Let's see. Okay, well, they come driving out in a golf cart. You know where I'm going with this part. Eventually,
Yeah.
I don't. The golf cart, I don't believe, because
they would still be driving a golf cart. You know what it is? They have little hamsters running in a hamster wheel.
Yeah, it's 20 years later. There's no gasoline. There's no batteries.
Do you think you would still have like endless wine from a bottle?
I wouldn't, but
I
drink a lot of wine.
It's been 20 years and he's there, but is he the only one that's raided that place? I feel like
everybody would have raided it, but then everybody's dead, sort of.
Sort of, except for everybody
that's not dead,
the
which
red
is everybody
bandanas,
in the show.
which he's able to. I don't know. Let's just say they had a really big wine cellar there, and he still has wine.
So Alex sees him and takes off.
Which is why
running.
I would just camp there like
him.
I think he had a good idea.
He had a good.
Stay here.
That's smart. Don't
Although
have to move.
they were eating from bags, that was kind of gross.
It was super gross.
They were like
squeezing it out of the plate.
like ration out onto plates for like beans and stuff. That didn't look good.
So the scene, they're like, no, hey everybody, and they're like, what are they saying? And I'm laughing, and at the time I'm like, oh god, somebody's gonna get blowed up, and now, they're like, no, we put the mines back in, and there was some humor in kind of what could have been an ugly situation. Then Alex just takes off and runs down to go be with Gil.
Yeah,
that was a little creepy, by the way.
She's fearless. Oh, you mean her hugging on him and stuff? Oh,
a little creepy.
I don't know. Thought she loved him like a father figure type.
And then everybody's like, no, wait, don't go.
Yeah.
And she
also rides off on her horse later.
Does, which makes me ask you the question. Do you think the mines are still there?
Yes.
Okay.
I just think she got lucky, and I think she's just like reckless. She's young.
But then
she's ready to risk her life.
But then when the prophet makes his return to Pingtree?
Is he there? I mean, we don't see him.
Well, when his disciples come back, they're armed with mines. It makes me wonder if he went and
they dug him out. Yeah. So
that's my.
Should we jump all the way to that end scene,
no.
or should we?
We don't have to
go through. Okay. Yeah, the prophet.
Listening to this episode is going to be like watching the movie Memento, by the way.
Yeah.
Starting at the end and working our way backwards.
Kind of, but also it just is a really complicated plot series.
I thought this was a really good episode.
Oh, me too. I thought it was really good. It was all, but it's all trippy, and we don't move around in time much in this one. It's pretty much
like
linear.
There's one scene with
young
Kirsten where
and Jeevan.
Yes, and where she says to the monsters, We're the monsters.
Yeah, that's
And
from Station 11.
It is.
And she finds, she wanted to find the Station 11 book that was
Yes.
at Gil's
That's why they
house.
were going to Gil's.
Yeah, because she realizes that the prophet
His-
is quoting from it,
Yeah.
and she goes, how he must have read it. And she goes, no, he can't. There's only one
Miranda
copy.
only had one copy. Like, I
Yeah.
have the copy.
Yeah,
But clearly,
there's 2 copies.
right.
I mean, we know there's 2 copies.
We know there's
because
2.
last episode. And so she goes back, and Gil is, I guess we don't. So the prophet was there, but he's not in this episode except for little flashbacky
which
things.
is weird. Okay, that was a trippy thing because all of a sudden he's like sitting next to Kirsten. She's thinking about him,
Yeah.
right? But he's not actually there. And the most disconcerting thing about that for me is that he's wearing what appears to be a Green Bay Packers shirt. I mean,
Why is that disconcerting?
Look, as a Bears fan, it's not at all the thing that I'm like, God damn it, him too. Like if, there's a prophet, they wouldn't shut up about the 85 Bears.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Can't
What?
you just what if the bad guy was wearing a Bears?
I kind of identify with him.
Yeah, that's true. But Dick Butkus was a bad guy.
He was.
You would be too if that was your name.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Revenge of the Guy with the awkward name.
I do have
Yeah.
signed Butkus jersey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Signed by who?
Some random guy. Just,
Nice. Wow, that's great.
Butkus
How'd you get it?
and Singletary. Butkus I bought. I have a friend that collects his stuff. And so anyway, they're framed.
Nice.
Yes.
You don't wear it? You're not going to wear it for the pod?
No. No, I wanted to get the best 3 middle linebackers with the position that defines the Chicago Bears.
Oh.
And those are the 3. Singletary, Butkus, and Urlacher. So
Oh, nice.
with an honorable mention to Lance Briggs, I will say. NFL talk here. Let's listen to that.
All right. Let's get back to it.
Right.
So the prophet, here's a little quotation. Does he say this or does Alex report him saying it? But he says, the survivors are the problem.
Yeah.
And I just think this is an element. I don't remember any of this stuff the first time I watched it, that there was this generational thing.
I didn't pay that much attention the first time I watched. I was like, oh, okay.
There's just a lot going on.
There is.
You're just kind of watching the really basic kind of arc of it. That, oh, wow, these survivors. But this time, it's fun to kind of go back. This is a good one to watch twice, I think.
I watched it twice. I watched it again today at lunch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I watched it last night and then today.
Oh.
And so I may be more up on.
Yeah, you're on it.
Yeah.
You are on it, man. So survivors are the problem. And so apparently he wants to get rid of them. And then Gil, you have to say, Gil has kind of given up.
Okay.
He quits the wheel. He quits the symphony. He's retired. And all he's doing is doing what people do when they retire.
They drink a lot.
Play golf.
Oh.
And drink a lot.
Oh,
He
good
drinks
point.
and he plays golf.
Does he play golf?
I mean, he just putts.
Oh.
But,
That okay. Yeah.
but that's symbolically what he's doing.
I wanted them to give him lawnmowers and be like out playing golf.
Yeah.
But symbolically, you're right. I never would have
That
thought
would be
of it.
hard to mow those lawns without any kind of power vehicle.
They can drive a golf cart without any.
Yeah, but a golf cart battery and an
20-year-old
industrial
golf cart battery
lawnmower.
doesn't
I don't
go.
know. You could get the horses to drag a
Take
lawnmower.
the horses off the Bronco.
Yeah. I enjoyed the horses pulling the Bronco this time.
Yes. It made an appearance.
And that's a good-looking Bronco, too.
Oh, it's a great looking Bronco.
Yeah. And, okay, so
Well, so
Gil...
I feel like at this point, Alexandra is now kind of making it known that she's a little smitten with the prophet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Wait, Alex is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she is sort of she was excited that she had been sort of selected by him, right?
Yeah. But she says to Kirsten, like, it's not him. She just doesn't want these, like, oldies who know everything
Yeah.
telling her what to do all the time.
Right.
You know, I mean, I think that's the youth always chafes against the older generation who's been there before and they've seen it before, and it just gets tedious, and it's hard to respect age, you know, and wisdom when you're young. Young people
It's not any easier when you're old.
Young people have good looks.
Yeah.
And that seems to be worth everything these days. And like just knowing shit doesn't seem to have a lot of value. But at any rate, in this Station 11, I don't know. That's the main theme here. And the prophet is a cult leader, and he's got all these young people, and he steals Gil's grandchildren.
Right.
They lure them away, and they do the play, and Alex gets to do the play Hamlet, and she's really stoked.
The scene was awesome between the two of them.
Yeah,
like there was real angst in Kirsten's face as this was happening, and I felt like it was very real. Like they everybody was like, "Oh, it's great. We've seen some of the other ones. Okay, it's pretty good."
Oh, because they meant it. They were talking about what they were really talking about. Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
They were both like really fiery. I thought it was a great scene.
Yeah.
So, can we talk a little bit about the? I feel like we're getting Station 11, the book.
Yeah.
It's getting peeled back like one episode at a time. What's there?
We are learning about that narrative, huh? So there's Captain 11?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he's called? He's the spaceman.
Spaceman gets knocked out.
Yeah.
Yep. And so now we know knocked out.
And he wakes up floating in space, and then he gets rescued in a way by a damaged space station.
Basically can't get off of. It's
and he's there with
station.
some guy who's drinking himself away.
Yes. Nothing but scotch.
And
there's worse ways to go.
Which is kind of like Gil.
Totally Gil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's anything else going on in that particular thread of story?
Yeah, so there was also the sort of the storyline that they kill off all the adults. There's the undersea, I think is what they call themselves, and that the flood brought in enough water to kill the grown-ups. It didn't have to make sense, and it didn't make sense, so I didn't try to make too much sense of it.
But it was just that it was a parallel.
It was a parallel to what's happening
here. And so the prophet, if he's getting his orders from Station 11, then he sees his mission as getting rid of the old ones. But Kirsten feels like she's the keeper of the Bible. By the way, Station 11 is the Bible for the new era. I mean,
obviously.
that's it. That's how this is their holy text. And Kirsten is like, wait a minute, I'm the keeper of the Bible.
Yeah.
I'm the pre, what's it called?
I am the Bible.
Maybe she's not, she kind of is the Bible in her own mind. But she was a little tot when the thing went down, so she feels like she's important.
Right.
She's the one that understands. But the young people, they never get it. They always think they're the most important ones.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah, now that we're old. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're young and you're listening to this and you got a problem,
you can
come on to the podcast and
you can defend yourself.
Defend yourself. Yep. Yep.
You get a stern talking to from these two old men.
Unless you're too scared.
We will also tell you to slow down driving through our neighborhoods and probably get off our lawn. So how do you like that?
I don't care about the lawn that much, but my God,
as every year goes by, I care more about the lawn.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
It's fucking horrible.
No, I don't know.
I was like, crabgrass, what's that? Once I found out,
I don't want my lawn.
I didn't want to know anymore.
I want to do something to get rid of all my lawn.
I would do that.
I don't know what it is.
Move to Arizona.
Yeah?
That'd do it.
Could do that. Yeah.
I mean,
could bring Arizona here, man.
Well, either way.
I mean, cactus isn't going to make it through the winter.
Just rocks all through your front yard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
Or just don't mow.
Yeah. That's
the city will come over and do it for you and send you a bill.
The don't mow is very much the Station 11
Nice job. Look at that segue back.
That's the thing. After civilization collapses, you don't have to mow your lawn anymore. And that is a good reason.
I'd say
so I've heard...
pro-civilization collapse.
I've heard... this is a pro-civilization collapse. There's like a group of people... Okay, I may be wrong about this because my source is just some podcast. But they were talking about different online weirdo movements.
Okay.
And like it was talking about the guy that killed Charlie Kirk and what he was involved in or not involved. And it just was a deep dive into weirdo little...
I cannot imagine the slices of the internet that guy had been to.
Everyone, there's all kinds of crazy
It's the weirdest Venn diagram of all time.
It really is.
Yeah.
Furries being part of it. But furries are big in that generation.
Are people too? No, wait. Are they people too?
Furries are human
animals?
beings that dress up like animals, and that's their sexual fetish.
Right. But I mean, are they really animals? Do I have to believe that?
I think they're pretending to be animals. I don't think it's like trans thing where they are what they say.
Not yet. It's not.
I may be wrong. Maybe it is. You are a fluffy
furry
animal. Anyway, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, the furry one. But I wanted to go down. Oh, they said that the kid who killed all those kids, whatever, I don't know what age he was, but the Sandy Hook murderer. That guy. You remember the pictures of him?
No.
You looked at him and you were like, he looked a lot like the guy that came pretty close to assassinating Trump.
Oh, okay.
You look at him and you're like, oh, that guy's fucked up.
Okay.
Like he is a weirdo.
Yeah.
And he was like, but he was somebody they called in the accelerationist movement. And what they believe that human beings, all civilization is going to collapse. And then from that,
so you're just going to help that along.
A new golden age will rise, and not until everything
Without
burns
all these pesky people here
down.
to get away.
Yeah. And then things can get good. And so they're trying to help it along. Yeah. But I would say that Station 11 it does feel like
it's
better after everybody's gone.
It is better.
The plays are better.
But then the fight's worse because now you got Kiki and Tyler.
Who's Tyler?
Tyler's the prophet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
They're on a crash course.
Yeah.
And so they go from utopia. Now we're right back to dystopia.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
It doesn't end, does it,
No,
Steve?
it doesn't.
There's no answer.
No.
You start over, and then you just start over. You start over by just forming factions and hating each other.
I like the idea of getting rid of all the old people. Man.
It starts like slightly
Make
older
things
than
a lot
me.
cheaper. There's everything to keep them going.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
You know.
There was also a little teaser, little plot kind of reminder. That guy shows up on a bicycle, and he's got the bicycle helmet, and he's from the Museum of Civilization.
I love this.
And he asks, hey, here's your invitation to...
It's only 10 miles out of your way.
Yeah, and we're inviting you. And he goes, no, we're not going to do it. He goes, well, I'll see you at the next stop, and I'll ask again. He goes, third time's a charm, and then he rides off.
Yep.
So that's coming.
It is. And did you notice in the interaction, this was really good. So the stranger is trying to get them to go to the Museum of Civilization. He indicates that he knew who Sarah, the composer, was.
He has her
He goes,
CD.
Miss Larson, we're big fans of yours.
Yeah.
Here, check this out.
Yeah.
And he goes, I listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
And Dieter goes, how?
Yeah.
And it sort of fades out. He's like a little startled that they don't quite know.
Yeah.
And great
he doesn't
foreshadowing.
want to tell.
He doesn't want. He goes, and she gets caught up in something else that he said, not that he had seen that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And she's like, I used to be on NPR or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, this is my favorite episode so far.
Yeah, I like it.
So, I'm trying to think of like the lead up, but this is where we're getting into the meat of what's coming.
I
right?
like some of the stuff that's coming up too a lot. I mean, okay, so far I think
That's
it's definitely getting better.
yes.
Yeah, each one's getting better. The more we learn about this story, the more we like it, I'd say. Or the more
I would say
like
the
it.
first one was really sensational, right?
Yeah.
The plane crash,
Yeah.
that everybody's dying in front of you,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. And that's the hook, right? Like
Yeah.
you want to know
It's a great hook.
what's going to
Yeah.
happen. It's really good.
Yep.
I remember
The second one jumps us into the 20 years later, and that's really cool because it's novel.
Correct.
And then the
third one,
Broncos
I was
towing.
like, eh.
The third one was filling in
Yeah.
the storyline that is, quite frankly, the least interesting storyline in the show version.
Which one?
Maybe
I forget.
it's the writer, the author of
yeah,
Station
yeah.
11. I just don't think her story ever gets, because she's already dead. I don't know. I
Is
just
it-
don't think she's
It was
that interesting.
It was
a
the episode
story.
was Hurricane, the
Yeah.
third episode,
Yeah.
and it didn't have anything to do with anybody.
Well, it's the author of,
Right.
and then Arthur.
And right,
And
the author
Arthur's-
and Arthur. I like that.
Yeah.
And
They're not. They're both dead in the main part of the story, and so it's hard to care about them that much because they're
Right.
already gone before it even starts.
right.
And anyway, not to beat up on episode 3 too much. We already did that.
We did a little, but it was important
Yeah.
to get some of those details, and they carefully laid it out.
Yeah.
But it felt like it dragged a little because it's an hour to fill.
It just was a lot of summary too, kind of montagey
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of thing. So anyway, back to where we are. Should we just talk about the ending?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, the grandkids just show up. One of them shows up in Kirsten. So
This is after Alex rolls out.
Alex runs away in dramatic fashion. You think
On a
she's going to
horse.
blow up, and you feel like that nice horse is going to die too. I'm like, that's kind of animal cruelty
I
on
make the
top of
case
everything else.
that those mines aren't there,
Maybe there's no mines.
or they didn't have budget for blowing up a horse and a person. So
yeah. And she's going to join the Prophet because she's going to join the cult because it's a young person against the old people cult.
right.
Cultural revolution, which we've talked about before on
We
this.
have.
On this, and I felt like I was living it every time I teach.
Nice.
One step away from the students just
Pandemonium.
kind of like jumping up to the front of the class and binding me and like beating me to.
You had it coming.
I was just right all the time, which is annoying.
It is. It's hard to be right all
And,
the time, isn't it? It's fucking. That's a weight.
It is annoying to people, but hey, so I kind of relate to the Prophet in that way. But
Yeah.
so and so she runs off to join the
And
cult,
then all of a sudden, there's visitors back from said cult.
and then there's a little kid who shows up and says, "Hey, you're in our room." And it's Kirsten
Yep.
is in the room, and it's a little kid. And she's like, "Oh, hey, who are you?" Like, "Oh, is that a mine on you?" And she tries to catch her. Is it a her or a him? It might be a him.
I don't know.
They both have long hair, but
Yeah.
and she chases the kid down the stairs, and she's going, "Hey, they have mines, they have mines." And then the other grandkid shows up, and Gil's like, "Hey, Penelope." She goes, "I'm not Penelope anymore," or "I'm not Penelope." Goes, "Oh, there used to be a girl named and he's being like a sweet grandpa.
He is.
And he's like, "Come here," and she goes. And it's all like a chase scene, and they're going down the stairs, and the kid that has the mine strapped to him, landmine, where
They both do, I think.
They both do.
Yeah.
And so you push on the front of them is where it's like a pretty simple contraption, and then blows up. And then they both embrace him from each side and blow him up and blow themselves up. It's a suicide bomber scene, which is very reminiscent of what all of those years of Islamic suicide bombers and all. Okay, so the Irish Liberation Group blew people up, but they didn't blow themselves up.
Blew up cars a lot. Yeah.
They blew
Same
people.
with ATOS. The Basque terrorists blew up a lot of cars.
But they didn't blow themselves up.
No.
There's something particularly horrifying about a group that talks little children into blowing themselves up for the cause.
Right.
That is the epitome of...
To be fair, I don't think that's definitely the case here, right? But I don't remember where most of the suicide bombers are from.
Yeah.
When they would blow up like vests on buses and stuff.
They weren't children.
They weren't kids.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
How old were they?
20s?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Age of consent?
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying you're pro jihad?
No.
Because they're grown-ups. They get to make their own decisions.
I thought of an essay that I wrote in college I have it in my notes. Studies in Conflict, the Middle East. It was a senior level class.
Jihad Jones. That's your new
no.
Good old.
It was what happened was we had to read these articles, and it was specifically there was an article that was published. I don't remember where it was, and it was basically one more suicide bomber, and it was from Palestinian point of view of we're going to have one more person willing to do this, one more blah blah blah, and this on a test. I went in, and it was like respond to that, and so I did the same, and I wrote it in the same style, but I was like, there's going to be one more bullet, one more tank, one more blah, blah, blah. And I wrote it, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's any good. And I went on to the next question.
Yeah.
And it was with a guy who...
Sounds like you did good.
I did.
Yeah.
Because Newman, his name was Newman, Bob Newman. He's, I'm sure, long since dead. He was 80-something at the time. Bob Newman. And he went to Oxford. He was an American, went to Oxford.
Then he recruited you for the what was the Palestinian movement? It was the three letters.
PLO.
PLO.
Yeah.
No, so you joined the PLO.
No, he was
after that
taught at UNC.
And you learned it in college, which is where you learned those.
It's true.
Yeah.
But he had taught at UNC Chapel Hill, and he had been at Iowa before. And on the first day, he's like, I'm just here because I got a daughter that lives here or whatever. He's like, I hate this. I hate the weather.
Bullshit.
And he goes, and to be honest, you guys don't hold a candle to the students I had at UNC Chapel Hill.
Oh, harsh.
And at the end of the
like that,
at
though.
the end of the class,
you like the old guy that tells
I
the
loved
truth.
him.
Yeah.
And at the end of the class, he's like, I got to tell you, you guys proved me wrong about.
That was a setup.
I was like, it was a total setup.
He says that to all.
He says it to all the. You say that to all the girls, don't you? But
that's a good one, though.
But so he read my essay in front of everybody, and I got 1A in that class, and it was on that test.
Yeah.
Every other test was like a B or a C, and I got an A in the class.
He liked it.
That was it. I was like,
I think I know what he did. I think he's like, okay, that kid didn't nail it every time, but he got it on
one time.
One essential way, he kind of got what I wanted him to get.
Right.
Like, which is thinking outside himself, and that's kind of why.
But I didn't think I was thinking outside of myself at the time. I'm like, oh, so the response is like, you take that and you're going to write the other side in a similar format. Yeah. And I had heard some of the other ones, and because I knew somebody else that did the same test question because you didn't have to do the same ones. And they were like, oh, no, I did basically, finger wagging or, whatever it was. But I was like, oh, okay. All right. So I did pretty good. What do you know? Old Jones can think on his feet.
I like it, Steve.
So should we take our break?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
What number is it?
I don't know.
Hey, folks. Let's take a break. So while you're topping off your pint, we've got a quick bit of housekeeping. If you're enjoying The Moon Underwater, do us a solid. Leave us a good rating and review wherever you listen, Apple or Spotify. It really helps more people stumble into our cozy pub of books, films, and
we actually do.
And don't keep it to yourself. Tell a friend
I'll
and
let
share
her
the show on your socials. Speaking of, you can find us on Instagram and Threads at The Moon Underwater Pod, YouTube at The Moon Underwater Pubcast, Twitter and Blue Sky at The Moon Underwater, and Letterboxd at TMUW Pod. We're posting updates, extra thoughts, and the occasional pub-related nonsense. So join us there. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or if you just want to say hi, write us at theguys@themoonunderwaterpubcast.com. All right, back to your regularly scheduled pints and paperbacks.
We should have done that earlier because I don't know how much else we're going to talk
No,
about.
probably not much. I did want to say one thing about if you're listening at this point, you obviously like the podcast.
Right.
And give us a 5-star review because we got a little bit nailed by a certain fans of another podcast.
Yeah,
that
we did.
That we made gentle fun of, and their fans kind of like, and it was sort of like they have like a bazillion listeners.
Did
and
they
we
come
have
after us
only
hard?
A few. Not hard, but they definitely are.
I thought it was before that episode.
Our average rating is a little lower than I think it should be. We only have a few. So anyway, give us a 5-star
You're
rating.
saying that I need to go in and make a bunch of bots to give us ratings. That's what I'm hearing you say.
Would be.
I don't know. You can, just blink if that's what you want me to do. Just keep blinking.
Everybody. So the whole kind of like communication thing is a two-way thing.
Yeah.
I say one thing.
I'm going to point out you're
thing.
still blinking and you haven't stopped. So I'm going to go with it.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
So, yeah, do we have anything else to say? It was a good ending. It was a strong ending. I found myself viscerally hating the prophet. Because I kind of was not, I thought that.
I remember he got stabbed.
When Kirsten stabbed him, I thought that was a little harsh of her.
You think? And now it doesn't seem so bad.
And now.
Would you kill baby Hitler?
Yeah. He seems really bad that he apparently talked those little kids into.
Allegedly, Your Honor. Unless you can prove it.
And so we're going to wait to see what happens next.
Yep.
That's
sure
it,
will.
right?
All right.
Do you think they're going to fix the road by the time we're back here? Or?
No, it doesn't look like it's any closer than it was several weeks ago. I'd like to point out that you asked me what number our break music was on and the recording. Those are letters. I don't know. A, B, C, and D. I'm not the author here. I realize that I maybe it's like a new way of referring to letters.
That is a pretty good point, Steve. You
like
got an A in that one class, and you wrote that.
Now I'm real smart.
And now you're just pretty sassy. A little sassy now.
Very.
Okay. That's fine. Well,
good times.
Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate
it. Go out and have an embodied experience.
Yeah, you should.
Have a beer on Steve.